Hello my crafty friends and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm super happy to join Pinkfresh Studio as they have a new release and I'm showcasing some of the latest products. And let's start with the Rainbow Floral, a long stamp set that will give you lovely floral designs, a wreath as well as many sentiments. Notice that all the stamps are connected and you will see why in a bit. So here is an example of all those designs colored. And now you will find in the same collection the matching dies. Now the dies are connected as well, so you can cut out all of those images in the stamp set at once. Another product that coordinates with the stamp set is this stencil set. It includes 4 different stencils that you lay one on top of the other, use just one color per stencil and you will end up with your image colored in no time. But that's not all when it comes to coordinating products. If you want, you can get the washi tape. This is a white washi tape with the exact same design of those florals, but they are colored, they have a lovely rainbow colored theme. And then of course you can use the matching dies to cut them out directly. And then I have another set of coordinating products in the exact same idea. This one is the Fuchsia one. Again, a very long stamp that gives you many floral images as well as sentiments. Again, all those stamps are connected to each other, so you can easily use the stencils to color them in, as well as the connected dies to cut out all the images at once. Here is an example of how it looks colored, a beautiful flower. And then again, you can get for this set the matching washi tape. Again, you will get the same design as the stamp set that matches perfectly with the dies to cut them out. So let's start creating some cards. I am going to start with the Fuchsia one. Now for the card that I was going for, I thought I wanted to use only the big branch at the top. So I used a small piece of cardstock and I'm going to stick this part on top of that. But that's where I realized that it would be a waste of product not to use the little images at the bottom of the washi tape. So just because this is washi tape, it is very forgiving. I can easily peel off the bottom and stick it on another piece of paper so that I can die cut it and use those designs as well on a second card. However, you can definitely start with a longer piece of cardstock so you can cut out everything at once. Now I did use a combination of dies from the Essentials Braided Circles. This is an older die set from Pinkfresh Studio and I'm going to create a little circle. And this is going to work as a lovely base where I can stick on top my flower cutout. For all those elements I do have foam tape at the back so they are raised, and then this panel is going to go directly on top of my card base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. For the sentiment I used one from the same stamp set and I just embossed it with gold embossing powder on top of black cardstock just to make a statement. This is a lovely encouragement card, but really any sentiment would complement this card and you can use it for pretty much any occasion. I did finish it off by adding a few gems scattered along the card, and here are some close-up photos. Notice the lovely foil detail on top of the washi tape. And now I do have some leftovers from die cutting that washi tape, so let's make one more card. This time I'm going for a mini Slimline card and I'm using another die set from the Essential Sets by Pinkfresh Studio from an older collection again. It's the mini Slimline Essential Bundle. So I do have a little panel that I inked up with just a bit of yellow at the center, not too much, just to add a little bit of interest. On top I placed my sentiment. Again, this one comes from the same stamp set and I just stamped that on white cardstock and cut it out with a circle die, and I'm going to embellish that with the washi tape die cut flowers. This time I decided to go with a green card base to emphasize and match the colors of my leaves, and I'm finishing it off by adding some pearls. And you can see here some close-up photos. For the next couple of cards, let's play with the Rainbow Floral coordinating products, and I'm starting with a stamp this time. I'm going to stamp mainly the wreath, that's what I'm going for this first card. But I want to show you that although it is quite long, it fits on the original MISTI. You just need to rotate it slightly and place it on a diagonal. If you do have the larger MISTI, then it's even better, since it is really difficult to get a good impression by stamping it just once. And instead of going with my alcohol markers to color everything, I'm using the matching stencils, really quick and simple to do, and you can recreate cards like this one in no time. I used a light color of Distress Oxide ink. You can definitely go with any ink that you do have. And then I'm going to switch to the second stencil, and this time I'm adding the shading for my leaves. And of course I'm using a darker shade of green for that. Then I'm going to place on top the third stencil. This time I'm creating the base for the flowers. I'm going monochromatic for this wreath, so all the flowers are going to have the same color, light pink at first, and then with the second stencil I'm going to add the darker shade. But you can definitely go ahead and color all these flowers differently. Then I'm going to switch to orange and I'm going to color all those berries in between. And my wreath is ready. I'm going to use the matching dies to cut it out. Bonus, I will end up with one extra die cut from the center of that wreath. And this is going to be my focal point. Now I'm going to use a circle die to cut out a window at the center of this panel. I am placing it temporarily on top of my card base, just so I know exactly where I'm supposed to stamp the sentiment. Again, the sentiment comes from the same stamp set as the wreath. And I'm going to just stamp that with black ink. You can easily turn this design into a shaker card if you like. However, I'm just going to stick the wreath on top of that window just to dress it up. Then I am using my Nuvo drops to add the center of the flowers, to add some dots here and there. I absolutely love the whimsical look and feel that they give. And I'm going to finish it off by adding some clear drops. And using all those coordinating products make the process of card making really quick and easy, especially if you want to mass produce some designs. So here is one of those really quick and simple designs. I'm using a piece of washi tape. I just placed it on top of this scrap piece of cardstock, and with the magic dies I did cut out everything at once. Super quick and simple, and you end up with a bunch of die cuts for the top of your cards. For this card design I'm going to create something really quick and easy. I did cut out a strip of grey cardstock on an angle, and at the top I'm placing a very thin strip of gold cardstock. I glued that down with my white glue. I'm using my scissors to cut off the excess, and then I'm going to stick that on top of my card base by using foam tape at the back, just to have it a little bit raised. Then I will play with the cutouts, and these are all colored in a rainbow order, so that's exactly what I'm going to follow. I'm just placing them there temporarily to see how this is going to come together. Once I'm happy, I'm going to commit and stick everything down. For this card design I will have that foliage growing from that angled piece in a rainbow order, and I will have lots of white space at the top of my card. However, you can definitely cover up the whole top of the card with all those die cuts if you wish so, for another variation. Finally, I white embossed my sentiment and added a few white pearls. And these were the cards for today. In the description, just like always, you can find links to everything I used. Make sure to visit my blog so you can hop along with us. You will find tons of inspiration using the new products. There are also lots of prizes to be won. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had fun, that you got inspired, and I'll see you all tomorrow with Mixed Media Tuesday.